All right, welcome back. I honestly could not wait to make this video because I know, benchmarks are, depending on who you ask, relevant to each specific device as far as some people love to look at benchmark numbers and, will tell you, oh, this device is trash because it scored X amount of points on this benchmark or vice versa. But look, to me personally, I don't choose my phone depending on benchmark scores. However, they are fun to look at, right? It shows you the potential of each unit as far as the processor, the CPU, and the integrated GPU in each device. Now, this is a special comparison. We're going to do Geekbench 6 comparison between the Pixel 8 Pro and the Nothing Phone 2. Now, the Pixel 8 Pro is running the new Google Tensor G3 chip CPU, I guess, and the Nothing Phone 2 has got the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 CPU. Now, some people were saying that this, performance-wise, the CPU in the Pixel was comparable to the this Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 CPU in the Nothing Phone 2. Well, we're about to find out. So, I went ahead and installed them on these devices, and both these devices are on the current and latest, not only security patch, but software. So, all apps are updated. And all apps are closed out in the background. So this is the most optimized each device can be for this test, just to make it as fair as possible. And excuse me for the fingerprints here, but let's see. Okay, so whoops, let me close that one out. Okay, so we got the Pixel on the right, Nothing Phone 2 on the left. Sorry about that. Okay, so as you can tell, just going over the quick specs that I already mentioned, but if you want to look and see, it will give you the breakdown of the cores and the frequencies that they are running at. As far as the Pixel's on Android 14, it's on Android 13. They both have ARM CPUs. Now, we'll also do a GPU test as well. And we will do OpenCL and Vulkan test on those. Let's get into it. Let's do the CPU test and see where they stack up. Now, I'm going to pause it real quick and we will get to the results. I don't want to keep rambling on and have y'all listening to me. I think these take probably a few minutes. I remember last time I did it, I think it was just a few minutes. So, or I can discuss my experience with the operating system. Now, when it comes to smoothness, when it comes to usability, everyday usability, I'm not a gamer. I don't have one game on any of my devices, not even a card game or poker or anything. No Genshin Impact. That doesn't interest me. So, top end performance, which this will rate, is basically not that important to me, but to some people it is, as I mentioned at the opening of this video. But it goes into the usability, the smoothness of the operating system. I know that gets a little bit away from the benchmarking scores, but just everything put together, right? The CPU, the GPU, the refresh rate of these screens, both of these devices are fantastic to use. As far as both of these devices are optimized perfectly to the T for usability. Everything's fast, everything's fluid. I turn my animations off, which makes everything a little more snappy to me. And again, everybody's different, but both of these devices have been absolutely joys to use. And they both have 12 gigabytes of RAM. I believe the UFS storage on I can look it up real quick, but off the top of my head, I believe this one's still 3.0. The Pixel 8 Pro, I believe, is 3.0 UFS storage. And I think this one is 4.0. Don't mark my words. Actually, I could look that up here in a second. But let me pause this video, and as soon as we get the results, I will come right back. Wow, and we are back. Now, check out these scores. Actually, they were right. I guess there were some online publications that said the performance-wise, the Tensor G3 in the Pixel 8 Pro is basically identical performance-wise to the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 that is in the phone 2. Now, look at these scores. And they're pretty damn close. Look. So the single score performance, 1780 on the Pixel and 1726 on the Nothing Phone 2 on the left. And then multi-core score, you have 4341 on the Pixel 8 Pro and then 4432 on the Nothing Phone 2. Now, the Nothing Phone 2 has 12, I think I mentioned that earlier, has 12 gigs of RAM, and the Pixel 8 Pro does as well. Now, it actually scored a little better multi-core, which is not surprising because this, if you go back and look at our videos from about 4 months ago, I might link it in the description. The Nothing Phone 2 beat my S23 Ultra in a couple of benchmark comparisons. So here are we'll run a GPU as well. Here's the single score as far as where it performed. Now, in this test, it says it didn't quite perform as well as the S23 Ultra, but let's see, it probably puts it, 1726, puts it just under performance-wise the S23 series, right? So this is so they're cranking a ton, and you got to give Nothing, the company, right, a lot of credit, specifically the developers, because they when you use this device, you can tell they fine-tuned everything in here, just absolutely perfect. It's buttery smooth, super fast. You can't even tell it has the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. It almost feels like the Nothing Phone on the left has a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 in it, right? It's so freaking fast. And it shows right here, right? It ranks just under the S23 Ultra for fastest Android phones. Now, Pixel 8 Pro, just under as well. So now let's look at the multi-score. Multi-score 4432, 4341 for the Pixel on the right. And that would put it, again, just under the S23 series and the Xiaomi 13. And same thing with the Pixel 8 Pro with the Tensor G3. Now, let's run a GPU test. Which one y'all want to do first? Y'all want to do the... Now look, this has got the GPU Adreno 730 on the Nothing Phone 2. And this has got the Mali G715. So let's give them a test. So both are running on OpenCL benchmarks, and let's go ahead and run it. And I'll come right back when they are completed. So look at this. The Nothing Phone 2 just blew through the GPU test. I mean, just absolutely ate it up, chewed it up, spit it out. Pixel 8 Pro is struggling. I'm not really sure what it's doing, but the Nothing Phone 2 said, I got you, and basically finished that in no time, while the Pixel 8 Pro is stuck. So I don't know if what's going on the right side, but this is the score that it scored with the OpenCL test. 6,066 Let's see. Basically gives you statistics on the device. Yes. Let's see. Open sales score, and it'll give you. You can actually, let me hold that up here. So if you want to see it, take a screenshot, compare it, you can, because it looks like, well, it did move a little bit. Now, let's see where it ranks. Your device, 6066. So again, looks like it's going to be under the S23 Ultra, S23 series. That's to be expected, right? This is not the 8 Gen 2. However, it's the one right under it. So it should technically fall right under it. So you have a score of 6066. Interesting. So the Tensor for new Pixel 6 actually scored a little better. Which is a little surprising, but it is what it is. I would think it will do better than this because that one's still struggling. Let me go ahead and we will start the Vulkan test as well. I want to see what this number is. And I'll be right back. All right, back for a quick update. While the Nothing Phone 2 on the left is performing the Vulkan test, GPU test, the Pixel 8 Pro finally finished, and yes, it came in with a underperforming score when compared to the Nothing Phone 2, which scored a 6066. So this would be 6066, and then this scored 4964, which is interesting, I will say. The scores are, yep, they look all lower than the Nothing Phone 2. Now, let's see where it compares with other devices. So, wow. So this is, okay, so 4964. So that would put it way towards the bottom. Interesting. So the Pixel 6 was actually a very strong GPU performer. So the 4964 puts it right here in between the Pixel 7 Pro and the Galaxy Z Fold 4. And then you see the other devices underneath. But that's the score of that one. Now, while this is running the Vulkan, let's run this one real quick and we'll get our final scores. Now we finished the Vulkan GPU benchmark test on the Geekbench 6 application with the Nothing Phone 2. Got a pretty decent score of 7846. And let me scroll down to see if there's anything that jumps out. The more stats. Let's see. I think pretty good. Now I was interested to see what the GPU scores would be because they are running little different GPUs. Now, 7846. That's pretty good. See, that's really good. So it scored better than any other Android phone. Because look, that's really good. Because it blows away the Z Fold 4, the Pixel 6, the 6A. But look at these. Look at the Galaxies. Why? Those are surprising numbers. But, I mean, that's a really, really good score. So, this is a very strong performing phone. And again, it's fine-tuned for the device. Meaning, it's fine-tuned to be a very fast, fluid, smooth operating system, right? But you can obviously tell from these scores, it packs a real mean punch if you are into gaming. If you're going to be putting these under high stress, high load applications, multitasking. I always now with these, I wonder what the 8GB version runs. With multitasking, that's one thing you always got to worry about, right? I'm a big multitasker, so I have to have 12 gigs of RAM no matter what phone I'm using. And I have 12 on all three of my devices. I'm assuming it would be close, but it's a really good score. So nothing has a lot to be happy about. Very impressive device. Very, very impressive device. They're getting maximum performance. They're squeezing every last drop of performance out of this Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. There's no reason to put an 8 Plus Gen 2 in here if the on the business side, if they're charging double the price, right? And you can get just barely a little bit lower scores with the 8 Plus Gen 1, right? And you're paying a quarter of the price, which means a bigger profit margin for the company. But look, when you can get these scores from this 8 Plus Gen, I'm a huge fan of the 8 Plus Gen 1. I love it. I've had it on many different devices, and actually on 2 of the devices off the top of my head I can think of, I saw enormous battery performance going from the 8 Gen 1. So this is a very good processor. Nothing knows what they're doing. They put a very, very well-performing processor and GPU together. And they not only match the performance, but they match it with beauty. I mean, just look at that thing. Very, very nice device. Very, very nice device. So I'm assuming it's going to blow the Pixel 8 Pro out of the water, but we will come right back to you in just a second when it gets completed. Okay, and it finished a few minutes later. So we got a score on the Vulkan test of 5942, and of course the 7846, which we just reviewed. But let's see where this one stacks up. So 5942. Damn it. So that would put it interesting. So I wonder why the S23 Ultra doesn't do good on the Vulkan test. I've always wondered. I may look into that in the future, but because it was low on this one as well. See, S23 Ultra 4721, 4721. I have no idea. Whoops, sorry about that. I might look into that, but another video, another day. So this Pixel performs right here, right above the S23 Ultra. So it has good, let me say good. It has okay, I guess good GPU performance. This one's got really good GPU performance. Let me look at the history of the yeah, this one's really good. So nothing, you did a fantastic job on this device. You have a lot to be proud of, because it's a more than capable CPU that's in here, the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. So that'll do it for the GPU and CPU benchmark test with the Geekbench 6 comparison between the Nothing Phone 2 and the Pixel 8 Pro. If you got any questions, if you want to see a specific test, right? If you want to see, I want to see the Nothing Phone 2 versus the S23 Ultra, hit me up in the comments or email me, and let's do it. If y'all have any ideas, let me know. That's what I'm here for. So I appreciate the time, and off to more testing. Peace out.